Alright guys, Matt Allen, Tim Little, welcome back to Tactical Bassin. We have not been on the water together since May. Tim's stoked to get out fishing. You guys are stoked to see us go fishing together. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm stoked to be back on a boat that has some talons and some spot lock. Because if you've never had it, it doesn't matter. But once you have it and you go backwards, I'm excited. We're gonna go out, do some deep water fishing, do some rock outcrop fishing, try and find some of those summer bass, and then I'm sure we're gonna throw some topwater too. Come along, let's have some fun. All right guys, first stop. What we're gonna do is we're gonna break down some of these main lake structures, similar to what we talked about a week ago when we went out worm fishing and found a tough bite. Today, Tim's starting out with a jig. I'm starting out with a swing head. We're gonna run some of these shallow rock outcrops, deep water breaks, just see what happens. Good God. Good one? Kitty. Nice. Oh my God. Would you give it up already? You got pliers?
Nope.
Perfect. Oh man, that hurt. Seems to be a swing head bite. Got him? Heck, that looks like a bass. Sunscreen in the boat? Are you sure? Because you got a ton of stuff in your empty boat. Definitely a cat. Good Lord. Oh. Not what we were planning on.
It's good for your shoulder, right?
Oh, it's great for my shoulder. They're getting bigger. Oh.
All right, guys, I think that's enough of this this deep structure stuff. Got a few bites, caught some catfish, some bass, but I think we're gonna, the wind's picking up down here, so we're gonna run up to some calmer water, see if we can get a topwater fish or two before we call it a day. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, guys.
First fish that I flipped.
Oh yeah?
That's kind of nice. Guys, here's a quick tip for you. You'll notice when we started throwing a frog and a buzzbait. The reason why is we got on the water, figured out really fast that it's not wide open. It's not just throw anything you want, just smash them. So I started throwing a frog, Tim started throwing a buzz. I got the first couple of bites, which tells us they're leaning towards that slower presentation. So now we're both throwing the frog, but we've been cycling, throwing a white frog, throwing a black frog, throwing a frog with some chartreuse, throwing a frog that's all chartreuse. You know, we stay with those primary colors like we've talked to you in the past, but we're cycling through them. The reason why, again, is that bite's not wide open. When it's wide open, you can throw anything you want. You might find one bait that's catching bigger fish, but when that bite starts getting tough, you want to play with that color selection a little. We already identified that we had to slow down. We're throwing that frog. But by playing with the colors, we're searching for that one that they're eating just a little bit better. You put your time into it, and on a day like this where that bite's a little slower, it can make all the difference. You can end up with 2 or 3 times as many fish just by making some color changes that you might not make on a day where they're just chomping.
Calm down. We've been getting a lot of questions asking how to target these fish during the smoky conditions. And I know a lot of you kind of got thrown off by it, but it's just treat it like an overcast day. You know, some of the fish, they won't be as congregated in the mats, in the grass, because they're going to be out chasing bait and stuff. But as far as health-wise, we're kind of above us, you know, so it's not very smoky. What do you think, Matt? It's not.
I mean, it's not terrible.
It's not terrible.
Not good.
But you can definitely still catch fish in it, and like I said, just treat it like overcast conditions, you know, or like a summer storm where you get those clouds coming in on the hot days. Typically, it sets the fish off, and they eat topwater better. Today, it's not so much, but we're kind of
Grinding through it.
Grinding through it. In that tournament.
All right, guys, we're just gonna wrap it up with a fun frogfish. We appreciate you guys coming along with us. Had a blast to looking at some different structures, throwing some different baits, throwing deep, throwing shallow, and just playing with these summertime fish. Thanks for coming along with us, guys. We had a blast. It was good to be back on the water with Tim. Good to be catching fish. We appreciate you. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll talk to you soon.